Welcome to Dreamy Tales, where soothing stories guide you into a peaceful night's sleep. Enjoy imaginative bedtime stories that take you on a journey to the land of dreams, accompanied by relaxing background sounds to help you unwind and drift off easily. Perfect for both children and adults, Dreamy Tales is your ideal companion to relax, wind down, and enjoy tranquil moments. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it with others. Tune in, relax, and let your mind wander into a world of calm and serenity with us. In a small town, two best friends, Benny and Lily, discover an ancient book that leads them to dream of the magical land of Cloudland. Determined to explore this wondrous place, they build a giant hot air balloon and embark on an incredible journey. In Cloudland, they encounter whimsical creatures and face thrilling challenges that teach them valuable lessons about friendship, courage, and believing in themselves. As a fierce storm threatens their adventure, Benny and Lily must rely on their newfound friends and each other to navigate the skies and return home safely. The story. Benny and Lily lived in the quaint little town of Willow Creek, a place where the sun always shone brightly and the sky seemed to stretch endlessly above them. The two best friends spent their afternoons exploring the nearby woods, creating imaginary worlds, and dreaming of grand adventures far beyond their small town. Their imaginations knew no bounds. They often transformed the simplest objects into treasures of their wild fantasies. One sunny afternoon, as they rummaged through Benny's attic, they stumbled upon an old, dusty book tucked away in a corner. Its leather cover was cracked, and the pages were yellowed with age. "What do you think it is?" Benny asked, brushing off the thick layer of dust. "Let's find out," Lily exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. As they opened the book, they were amazed to find it filled with vibrant illustrations and captivating stories about a magical place called Cloudland, a realm where floating islands drifted through the sky, inhabited by friendly creatures like cloud sprites, wise old owls, and gentle giants. Each page seemed to come alive, depicting dazzling scenes of adventure, laughter, and wonder. The stories described how children could reach Cloudland by constructing a hot air balloon and soaring into the sky. Imagine flying among the clouds and meeting those magical creatures. Lily gasped, her imagination running wild. Benny's mind raced as he felt a familiar sense of adventure bubbling within him. "We should build a balloon. Let's make our dream come true," he declared. And so, the next few days were filled with creativity and hard work. Benny and Lily gathered materials from their homes, old fabric, a rusty basket, colorful strings, and even a few forgotten helium tanks. They worked tirelessly, sewing the fabric together and constructing the balloon. With each passing day, their excitement grew, and soon, the balloon stood tall and proud, colorful and inviting. On the day of their adventure, the sun rose with a brilliant glow, illuminating the sky in shades of orange and pink. Benny and Lily couldn't contain their excitement as they dragged the balloon to a clearing in the woods, away from prying eyes. "Ready?" Benny asked, his heart racing with anticipation. "Ready," Lily replied, her voice filled with determination. With a quick glance at each other, they climbed into the basket, their hearts pounding with the thrill of what lay ahead. Benny began to pull the lever that would fill the balloon with hot air. Slowly, the balloon started to lift off the ground. They felt the exhilarating rush of wind beneath them as they floated higher and higher, leaving their little town behind. As they ascended into the sky, the landscape below transformed into a patchwork of greens and browns. The clouds welcomed them, soft and fluffy, as they sailed through the blue expanse. "Look at how small everything is," Lily shouted, her laughter ringing out like a melody. "Cloudland, here we come," Benny cheered, steering the balloon towards a cluster of clouds in the distance. After some time, they finally spotted the entrance to Cloudland, a magnificent arch made of shimmering clouds and golden sunlight. As they glided through, they were greeted by a breathtaking sight: floating islands adorned with lush greenery, sparkling waterfalls, and creatures dancing in the air. Suddenly, a small cloud sprite flitted towards them, her wings shimmering like dewdrops. "Welcome to Cloudland. I'm Flurry. What brings you to our magical realm?" "We're here for an adventure," Benny replied, grinning widely. "Then let the fun begin," Flurry exclaimed, leading them to the heart of Cloudland. As they explored the floating islands, they discovered trees bearing fruits of every color, sparkling streams flowing with crystalline water, and flowers that sang sweet melodies in the gentle breeze. They met a wise old owl named Ollie, who perched on a branch, sharing stories of ancient times and forgotten legends. The owl's eyes twinkled with knowledge as he spoke of the adventures that awaited the brave. "Only the bold and kind-hearted can unlock the true wonders of Cloudland," Ollie advised, his voice deep and soothing. "There are many secrets here, but remember, adventure is not just about what you find, it's about who you become along the way." As they wandered through the lush landscapes, they stumbled upon a gentle giant named Nimbus, who tended to the clouds and shaped them into marvelous forms. Nimbus smiled down at the children, his large hands crafting cloud animals that floated around them. "Would you like to ride a cloud dolphin?" he asked, his voice deep and warm. "Yes, please," they shouted in unison, their eyes wide with wonder. Nimbus created a cloud dolphin, its body glistening with soft, white fluff. They climbed onto its back, and with a leap, it soared into the sky. The children laughed as the dolphin danced through the clouds, twisting and turning, giving them the thrill of a lifetime. "Hold on tight," Benny shouted as they dived through a rainbow that arched across the sky, feeling the refreshing mist on their faces. "Look! There's a waterfall made of starlight," Lily pointed out, her eyes sparkling with excitement. They watched as the starlight cascaded down, illuminating the clouds below with a shimmering glow. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with shades of gold and purple, Benny and Lily realized they had lost track of time. "We should head back," Lily said, glancing at the horizon. "Yeah, but I don't want to leave," Benny replied, his heart heavy with the thought of departing Cloudland. Just then, dark clouds began to gather, and the wind picked up. Flurry appeared, her expression worried. "A storm is coming. You must return home quickly." Panic set in as they raced back to their balloon, but the wind howled fiercely, and the sky darkened ominously. Benny tried to steady the balloon, but the storm threatened to toss them around like leaves in the wind. "Stay calm, we can do this," Benny shouted, trying to keep the fear out of his voice. Lily nodded, her grip tightening around the ropes of the basket. "We have to trust each other." As the storm raged, they fought against the wind, recalling Ollie's words about courage. With Nimbus's help, they navigated through the tempest, keeping their focus on the path ahead. "Follow the starlight," Nimbus shouted, his massive form providing a shield against the worst of the storm. "It will guide you home." With his guidance, they soared through the rain and lightning, keeping their eyes fixed on the shimmering light that broke through the storm. They maneuvered the balloon through swirling winds and dark skies, their hearts pounding in unison as they fought against the elements. Suddenly, a flash of lightning illuminated a path ahead, revealing a familiar landscape, the archway of clouds that led them back home. "Look, Benny! There it is!" Lily shouted, her voice filled with hope. With one last push, they soared through the golden arch and into the safety of their world. The storm dissipated behind them, leaving a calm sky and a beautiful sunset. As they landed in the clearing where their adventure began, Benny and Lily hugged each other tightly, their hearts racing from the thrill of the day. "That was incredible!" Benny exclaimed, a huge smile on his face. Lily nodded, her eyes shining with joy. "I can't believe we did it! We went to Cloudland." They looked up at the sky, where the last remnants of the storm dissipated, revealing a vibrant sunset. They knew they would cherish this adventure forever and that it had changed them in ways they couldn't yet understand. "We should do this again," Benny said, a spark of excitement lighting up his eyes. "Definitely. Next time, we'll explore even more," Lily replied, already dreaming of their next journey. As they walked back home, they could still hear the laughter of their cloud friends echoing in their hearts, a reminder that adventure awaits those who dare to dream. In the days that followed, they often returned to the clearing, reminiscing about their adventure in Cloudland. They would look up at the clouds and share stories, imagining what other wonders awaited them. They began planning their next journey, inspired by the friendships they made and the lessons they learned. Benny suggested, "What if we try to find the hidden waterfall of laughter? I bet it's just as magical." Lily's eyes lit up. "And we could meet the moon fairies. I heard they sprinkle dreams at night." The possibilities were endless, and each day brought new ideas and excitement. They began gathering materials again, not just for a new balloon but for all sorts of imaginative projects. They built a mini library where they could create their own stories, filled with characters from their adventures. One evening, while flipping through the old book they had found, they discovered a hidden page with a map sketched in colorful ink. It depicted various locations in Cloudland, including the Waterfall of Laughter and the Moon Fairies' Grove. "Look at this, Lily. This could lead us to even more adventures," Benny exclaimed. With newfound enthusiasm, they decided to plan their next balloon journey. They spent weeks preparing, gathering materials, and practicing their ballooning skills in the meadows. With each passing day, their excitement grew, and soon, they were ready to embark on their next grand adventure. Finally, the day arrived. The sun shone brightly, and the sky was clear. Benny and Lily stood in the clearing, their newly constructed balloon towering above them, its colors vibrant against the backdrop of the blue sky. "Are you ready for this?" Lily asked, her heart racing with excitement. "Ready as I'll ever be," Benny replied, determination in his eyes. They climbed into the basket, and with a mixture of nervousness and exhilaration, they launched into the sky once again. The wind embraced them, and the thrill of adventure coursed through their veins. As they navigated towards the map's marked location, they chatted about what they might discover. "Do you think the waterfall really makes you laugh?" Lily wondered aloud. "I hope so. I could use a good laugh." Benny chuckled, imagining the sparkling water cascading down, filling the air with joy. As they approached the location marked on the map, they saw a shimmering glint in the distance. "There it is!" Benny shouted, steering the balloon closer. They descended toward a breathtaking sight, a waterfall cascading from one floating island to another, glistening in the sunlight like liquid diamonds. The sound of laughter echoed in the air, drawing them closer. "Let's land," Lily urged, her excitement bubbling over. They touched down on a soft patch of grass, and as they climbed out of the balloon, they were greeted by a scene of pure enchantment. The air was filled with the sound of laughter, and tiny fairies danced around the waterfall, their wings sparkling like the water itself. "Welcome to the waterfall of laughter," one of the fairies chimed, her voice like tinkling bells. "We've been waiting for you." Benny and Lily exchanged delighted glances. This was a dream come true. They spent the day playing with the fairies, splashing in the sparkling water and joining in the laughter that flowed like the waterfall itself. Each splash of water seemed to contain a magical essence that filled them with joy. As the sun began to set, the fairies invited them to sit by the waterfall. "Every traveler who visits leaves with a piece of our laughter," one fairy explained. "It will remind you of this day and the joy of friendship." Benny and Lily smiled, knowing they would carry this moment with them forever. As they prepared to leave, the fairies gifted them a small vial filled with sparkling water from the waterfall. "Whenever you feel down, just a drop of this will remind you of the laughter shared today," the fairy said, winking. With their hearts full and their spirits high, Benny and Lily climbed back into their balloon, ready for the journey home. As they soared into the sky, they looked back at the magical waterfall, feeling grateful for the incredible day. "I can't wait for our next adventure," Lily said, her voice filled with excitement. "Me too," Benny agreed, already dreaming of what awaited them in Cloudland. And so, Benny and Lily continued their adventures, always seeking out new wonders and magical places. With each journey, they discovered not just the beauty of Cloudland but also the strength of their friendship and the courage to embrace the unknown. Their hearts were forever intertwined with the magic of the clouds, and the skies would always hold the promise of new adventures waiting to unfold.